Hello, welcome to my last Go Battle League video before I go to Liverpool. This will be a team that I made myself, and it's basically some Pokemon that I used in Show 6 lately a lot. It's Trevenant, Umbreon, and a lot of Ninetales. Umbreon is a solid safe swap. I'm not too sure about its plays though. I think like Swampert or a Flyer might work just as fine. Maybe something stronger against Bastiodon, because that's one thing I struggle a lot with this line. Basically, Trevenant and Umbreon kind of have to tag team that thing. Alolan Ninetales is so good in this meta because everyone is safe swapping Noctowl, and it's great because Alolan Ninetales wins that pretty cleanly. Let's take a look at some of these battles of mine. I think I have like 8 battles here. I popped off with this team. I think right now I'm at like 2900. And I lead into Shadow Swamp, and they say swap Drapion, Shadow Drapion. And this is actually a very tough say swap for my team because it's definitely a core breaker to Alolan Ninetales Drapion. Alolan Ninetales and Trevenant. But I also know it's gonna be Noctowl on the back. I need my Trevenant for Swampert, or I would prefer it there. And I don't want my Trevenant on the Noctowl. So iffy here. Usually I shoot the first move here nowadays, actually. This time I shoot the second one, still works. Because otherwise, after 2 Sludge Bombs and some Poison Stings, the Drapion can go straight Crunch. So I prefer to just shield one of the first ones, especially if they build up. Some of these run Aqua Tail, but usually that's with Trevenant lead. They let it go, keep the shield advantage for Noctowl in the back likely, so that's very fine for me. They get to a Crunch, not a Sludge. Shadow Swamp still has to throw a move. I still have a lot of energy here. Shadow Swamp is fragile. I'm in a great spot here. Because even with a shield down, I think Alolan Ninetales might be able to beat Noctowl. I'm not too sure. Sure feels that way because that matchup is so good. Although, I have to say, Skytex and Shadow Balls from Noctowl, they still can hurt. They actually shield my last resort, so this makes us even again. But the one thing that's tough about this... Nice charge move per event, by the way. The one thing that's tough about this is that 2 Hydrocans from Shadow Swamp KO my Trevenant. So if he throws 2 of those, I likely want to shield one. Maybe not. This is too healthy of a Swampert for my Alolan Ninetales. Let the first Hydro go. They tried to catch. I already predicted that. They swap in Noctowl with a hat. And in comes my Power Snow Alolan Ninetales, which has a very fine matchup here. You also win CMP, so you can build to that as well. It is 6/6/5 wing attacks for that charge moves. They go. That is for Sky Tech. They go for Shadow Ball, which is straight 7. Zero reason for them to do that because it will only cost more, more energy now to get there. The next move. I CMP on the next one with them. This Ice Weather Ball will take them out. I think I might even be able to just let this go. Because one thing that I'm kind of afraid of is that Swampert just KOs me here and then maybe outpaces me. Actually, what am I saying? I have a C-bomb. No, I'm very fine here. I decided to go for a little bit of a different route. Get 2 C-bombs here. Noctowl and Swampert both faint to 1. So that also works. At least this way, I won't lose to some laggy inconsistency. Yeah, Steep Mob takes out Swampert. Really nice. I still had a shield as well. Next battle. As you can see, I'm at the 2750s here. I've been all over the place. I've tanked to 2000 elo at some point. I was at 2970 at some point. I've been everywhere now. But now I'm just gonna push for Legend real quick. Walrein Shadow is a very tough lead. I think they win. They can farm down in the 2 shoes. I'm not too sure. Maybe they have to sneak a move instead of throw it. I do know I win the CMPs here, so I'm just going to throw an alignment always. And they catch on Sableye. At this point, I know that it is Trevenant in the back. I bring in the Alolan Ninetales, which has a worse matchup against Trevenant, so I bring it in here. I can take a return. I can shield it. It all works. If I shield this, then Walrein has to throw a big Earthquake on my Alolan Ninetales. So I'm very fine with this. The Sableye is now Weather Ball range. So I think we're pretty good. Even undercharges a little bit, hoping to get a little bit more farm. But I don't, unfortunately. If they come with Walrein, they have to throw a big move here. But they come with Trevenant. Maybe they're predicting something in the back, like a Noctowl, which is not too uncommon with Trevenant lead, I guess. Gonna land my first Weather Ball. Make sure they don't catch it on Walrein because that's wasted energy. This Weather Ball will take them out. They actually shield that. Now I swap in my Trevenant to bait out, because I want to bait out that Walrein again, but instead they decide to stay in and throw their energy. works for me too. My Alolan Ninetales still requires a full Earthquake to be taken out by Shadow Walrein, so I'm just gonna bring that in again. Make sure I play this as safe as possible, and at this point it's very fine. If this Earthquake, it will KO. Icicle Spare will not. I can probably get to... I don't think I get to Dazzling Gleam, but I will get to this Weather Ball that will chip a little bit into foul play range, so that still is very convenient for me. I heckin' love convenience. Umbreon is just way too bulky here to be taken out by either of these Pokemon. Even if he were to catch, I don't think his clock is even up, but even if, there's no shot. Icicle Spear will barely take me into the yellow, maybe? Maybe not even. Takes me into the yellow, that's great. Make sure they don't catch. Throw the foul play, take out this Walrein, then snarl down the Trevenant, we win the game. Umbreon just... There's a lot of ghosts in the meta, so Umbreon's always really solid. Problem with Umbreon Say Swap is, if you catch a bad lead with Trev, there's very likely Medicham in the back. And you can get shield advantage, sometimes I don't. If this is Power Snow, this is a big core breaker, and it is. So let's see how I can tangle my way out of this. Predicting they throw right before my Shadow Ball, so I catch the Weather Ball on Umbreon. Probably should have caught on my Alolan Ninetales, because it's very unlikely it's a Steel type with an Alolan Ninetales in the back. They just don't pair very well together. Some people might do it, but I don't see it happen a lot. And it's definitely, yeah, there it is, the Medicham. They build up energy on their Power Snow on a Ninetales, so this looks kind of bad at the moment. I'm expecting another like Steel counter in the back, maybe something neutral. Could be maybe Double Fighter or something, or their own Steel type, or go for the Last Resort, because I don't think I get the 2 moves here. Another Steel type, maybe Sableye, we'll see. And they have so much energy now, which is horrible. I can shield once and farm down, but they just have so many moves here. I'm actually going to go in my Alolan Ninetales to catch that Ice Punch. Which works, I guess. I have a C-Bomb stored here. Gonna snipe this Medicham now. Let's see if they shield this. They do shield that because that's so much energy there. And in comes Sableye. They were very strong against good old Trevor, unfortunately. Trevor does not get the CMP here with this Sable guy. And now Shadow Ball just gets shielded. The opponent is 2 shields down, but they have a Psychic loaded. They have a lot of energy on Alolan Ninetales, and they have a lot of energy on Sableye. So this is already a 0 shield Alolan Ninetales. I think my only odds there were calling the foul play. They didn't play very smart play. And I lose. Guess that was just as close as I could make it. Well, we might see another one of those leads though. Deoxys lead, very nice. If they swap Invigorate, it's very likely triple counter. One thing you also need to keep in mind if they have Deoxys, usually they throw a Psycho Boost first. And if they do that, Vigorate actually becomes a pain because these Shadow Claws don't add up and C-Pump is kind of weak. Even though, like, with enough Shadow Claws, 2 C-Pumps will tick out, but you already see how much this Vigorate is chipping me. They're all double resistant move, but Trevor is just fragile like that, so... yeah. Body Slam is actually more efficient than Bulldoze here, I believe, but every time you throw a Body Slam, the opponent sneaks 1 fast move, so there's a little bit of inefficiency there. All I really need to do is keep Switch, because Obstagoon is a core breaker to my Umbreon and Trevor, so I make sure that I can get some C-Bombs off here. I have 2 C-Bombs for this Obstagoon, which is really nice. We'll bring him down to like 30%. Kind of need that. This is not a CMP. It was a little bit of delay, but delay is, I guess, normal nowadays in this game. Next C-Bomb will tick out, so they have to throw, and they throw right before my next one. Very, very good counting. Now I can bring in my Alolan Ninetales, which is Power Snow and not as good as I would love it to be, but it doesn't take super effective damage either, so that's nice. Bring in the Umbreon into Deoxys. Deoxys, I believe, can win this in 2 shields with counters, depending on your attack on Deoxys. Doesn't really matter though for me, because I still have a full Power Snow on Ninetales that I likely will shield at this point. It needs the shields more than this Umbreon does. Umbreon's just gonna land these foul plays, get some super effective snarls in. It's very fine here. They let that go, and that's game over because they have nothing left. Do they still stay in? They do still stay in. Interesting. So now we're just watching a battle that's kind of over already. Oh, they throw their phone away as well. Really, really respectful. Alright. Next game. Let's see. We have Trevor into Altaria. Terrible lead, usually paired with Fighters and Registeel in the back, which means I lose. But if it's anything else, and if this goes the way I want it to go, then there's still play. Gonna throw the Shadow Ball, then swap in Umbreon, praying they give me a shield, because then maybe I can like bait out Registeel here and then toy with shields. They bring in Toxicroak instead, which is ballsy, because if I have Psychic, I almost one-shot this thing, but I don't. They don't know that though, so they might shield the first move. Some of them, most of them do actually, and they do shield. Really wondering what they could have in the back if this is their best Umbreon answer. If it's like double fighter, then you definitely want to bring Medicham in, because it has a worse matchup against that Trevor. And Registeel doesn't need any shields at all, so I don't know. I will still survive this Mud Bomb. It's a weak move by like 1 HP. If he thinks this is a last resort, that'd be great. He might shield again. But he also could have thought, yeah, I don't want that. Either way, I think it's Reggie in the back, so I'm gonna sacrifice my Alolan Ninetales here. I think it's useless. Take the Sludge Bomb. And so what I didn't notice here at the time is that they hard swapped. They hard swapped into their Alolan Ninetales. So I didn't realize. I was like, what's this guy doing? He's staying in with Medicham to my Trevor. Going for the Psychic, probably as Power Up Punch or something, which you still want to throw in this case, because I would even shoot a Ice Punch at that point. I have nothing left. I have nothing left. Seed Bomb bait coming in, because I thought, wow, they're staying in. They must be super afraid of it, even though they still have that Altaria. Then CMP on that Shadow Ball. They did take the bait for some reason. I guess Medicham's so good against Trevor. And now, basically, my Alolan Knights is really low, but it does take, like, damage from Dragon Breaths at all, so I'm very fine here. I can get to a Seed Bomb here. Gonna try to go for Shadow Ball, but I think I do make that. But what I'm going to do here, swap into Alolan Ninetales, bait out Toxicroak, but it feints to 1 Power Snow. If it didn't, I could have farmed out with my Trevenant and guaranteed that I get to Shadow Ball, so that's a good game. See ya. I love Alolan Ninetales versus Altaria. People have been safe switching Altarias today. It was great. Trevenant into Trevenant. I have like a 0, 15, 12, which means I win like every single mirror, because I'm the best defense Deoxys. Defense Trevenant. They actually throw a Seed Bomb here, making me think they have like a Medicham maybe in the back, so I'm gonna shield it. It's Foul Play. This madman runs Foul Play, which is only good for the mirror, I think, and anything else is weak to Ghost, maybe Frostlass. I'm mind blown here. Gonna throw 2 Seed Bombs. They catch the second one on Sandslash. I guess I'm glad to see this is definitely not a core breaker, but I have Umbreon as well, and since they hard swapped it in, this Shadow Claw Sandslash is not gonna do anything here. This is such a wild say swap, to be honest. This is not a say swap. This is not a say, like Medicham. Imagine you lead Trevenant into Noctowl, you say swap this Alolan Ninetale, Alolan Sandslash, and Medicham just counters you down all the way. They come out with almost 3 Ice Punch, you throw 3 Ice Punch, you have to shield 1. And then you have Trevenant, or you don't, right? And then you're 1 versus 2. I don't know, I think it's an interesting Pokemon. But this is even more interesting. So, I guess the one thing Alolan Sandslash does is guarantee that it baits out a fighter or Galarian Stunfisk. It's that one Pokemon I struggle against. So this is not great. I'm just gonna keep throwing Foul Play, Foul Play, Foul Play. My Trevor is so low, which I really don't like. I wish I had that Shadow Ball stored now. Gonna throw another Foul Play here, which is just tremendous. And I might even be able to get to another one. And actually swap here and CMP tie with me. Which is a good play, but I don't hate it, because this allows me to get farm. The one thing that troubles me here, though, is that Bastiodon is almost at 2 moves. Gonna Power Snow it down. The Trevor doesn't get to another move here. In comes that Stone Edge. This will do a ton of damage, so I'm definitely shielding that. And it's basically Alolan Ninetales who has to take out half a Basti with a shield. Gonna go straight for these Weather Balls. What I'm afraid of is getting hit by that Stone Edge before I get to my Dazzling Gleam, which they may have to shield, otherwise I claw down. And again, I don't have the balls to not throw here. So I'm gonna throw. They do shield that, which is very convenient for me. Gonna throw another one, and now I think they kind of just built the 2 moves here. So I honestly make a... I don't know if this is a misplay, to be honest. No, it's not. Because I was 4 Shadow Claws off, which means if they have 100 energy, they I need to be 3 off, and I was not. I need to be 3 off as well. But they live by 1 HP, unfortunately. Well played, Bastiodon. I hecking love this Pokemon. Alright, next battle, though. We got Trev into Ninetales. Is it Power Snow? Is it the Core Breaker? Am I going to show how I play this time? Let's see. And this person actually throws immediately. I did not see that coming. This was actually a very fishy battle. Do mind I also played all these battles on my Twitch stream. So people could watch me play. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. But the amount of no shields in some places in this battle was pretty wicked. I catch the Ice Weather Ball here, which does nothing. In the back as a Shadow Swamp. I'm gonna go for a Dazzling Gleam because I think that will one-shot them from this point, and they wouldn't shield. Maybe because I have a Trevor as well. But they're smart. They go for Earthquake. Hydro would not have KO'd me barely. Yeah, this looks very bad because I have Trevor with 1 shield and Umbreon in the back. And they have 2 shields still. I CMP on their Hydro. The Hydro would take me out, so not great. They actually shield that. You don't see it because it's delayed. Quick. Now I'm just gonna CMP again, I guess. There's not really a... Oh, I actually throw one before. Probably just playing it safe. If they shield this, they take me out. And then Umbreon has to do it versus 2 Pokemons, but they don't. And they have Trevor in the back. Interesting. I bring back in my Umbreon now. This is basically, if this Dazzling Gleam is gonna hurt a lot, but they run Psy Shock, which is incredible for me. I'm gonna throw a Foul Play. There's no incentive for them to no shield. They need to get moves off. But yeah, they no shield. Again, I thought it was a little bit of a fishy battle. But either way, Umbreon against that Trevor, it's not gonna do that much. The Trevor's not gonna do much. It needs like 3 C-bombs at this point. I only need 1 Foul Play plus some fast moves, and I'm good. I still have my own Trevor, right? Does a lot of damage for a move from Umbreon, and that should be good here. They throw their move. Now I can probably come in with my own Trevor and just finish this off. Yeah. GG. Oh, they actually throw a move, but it's fine. Because 1 Snarl will take them out anyway. Oh, they throw the fun away. Yeah. Good game trainer. Next battle, we have Trevor into Azumarill. Wonderful lead. But they usually pack Ice Beam, which hurts. They swap in Sableye. This is a misplay by me. I should throw like 4 Shadow Claws before swapping out. Because then I guarantee that 2 Foul Plays plus all the Snarls will take out this Sableye. And if this is a non-Excel Sableye, it can now flip the 0 shields. So, not good. Not good for me. Not good by me. On top of that, if it is Excel, it will survive these Foul Plays quite conveniently and maybe even double shoot to flip it. Now, that wouldn't be terrible, but if it's like Octal in the back, that would not be great. I no shield this move, I know I survive. I noticed it's a very Excel Sableye, so look at this, how perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see. Metachamp, Azumarill comes back in. This bubble will likely KO me. They get literally 1 bubble, which is perfect. Actually, I survived the bubble. I didn't notice, but well, miss a little foul play. Hopefully, it's not decisive. They're probably gonna throw an Ice Beam here, which is gonna hurt. I will shield that. If it's knocked on the back, I'm still fine with the Alolan Ninetales there. Opponent's gonna try to catch. I predicted that. And I'm like, oh no, you caught my C-bomb. That's so unfortunate. But they made a good call there. They would have one-shot them. But then I bring in my Power Snow Alolan Ninetales. This is a solid matchup. Shadow Ball really hurts though. But since Power Snow Ninetales pace is so fast, it's all good. It doesn't matter. It's 5-4 per Weather Ball, so Shadow Ball hurts. I'm gonna let them claw. And I actually get spooked here a little bit because like the last two Shadow Claws were a little bit delayed, so they came out at once. And yeah, they actually could have thrown a C-Bomb here. I mean, I would have no shield still, so it didn't matter as much. Though that will definitely bring me into Ice Beam range. This might barely not be Ice Beam range. He needs 2 Ice Beams at this point, but it's game over because this Claw went through, and I will KO the Azumarill. Player off comes in, doesn't KO. Next Shadow Claw will KO. And that was it. Those were some battles with this team that I've been running the last few days. Might change it up again, though. I've been seeing an awesome Chasnaught team that I really wanted to try. I hope you liked the video, and don't forget to watch Liverpool. I will put the link in the description. Have a good one. See you later. Bye-bye.